Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Appreciate everybody coming through. Getting ready to start this interview up with NliteN and EMCEEDOME here. Just a second. I'm gonna admit them into the Zoom chat here momentarily. We're gonna get this party rolling. Want to maybe get a couple more people in the chat if possible here. If you are watching, get a chance to share the link to the stream, please do. Very excited to have a chat with these guys. This will be probably my third or fourth live stream chat with NliteN. This will be the first time EMCEEDOME is on with me, so pretty excited to meet him and have a chat with him for the first time. Hope everybody's having a solid night. All right, let's get this thing underway. I'm gonna admit them into the room real quick. Make sure I got the thing on the. Make sure I got them on the right side there. Hey, what's going on, guys?
Yeah, bro.
Make sure I got the thing on the right side there. Hides up you. There we go, guys. Make sure I got the thing on the full screen. Right side there. And there we go. There we go. How's it going, guys?
Chill. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty fantastic tonight. Just hanging out. Just listen to your song for the first time. Got in the mood, got in the right mind frame, and it's an amazing song, man. Like, holy crap. You guys did a hell of a job. Man, very inspirational, very on point. Like, it hit me right in the heart, man. It got goosebumps right away. So it's exactly the kind of thing that Talkin Truth loves to see and loves to promote. So, man, I know it's always going to be a hit coming from NliteN, and it's great to have you on EMCEEDOME. So, welcome to the program, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself for everybody. I know NliteN's been here before, so why don't you let everybody know who you are, MC.
What's good? I'm EMCEEDOME out of Boston. I actually started rapping with NliteN back in high school, so we've been on that same wavelength for a minute. Just new to releasing some music in the last couple of years. I've just had songs fucking saved on hard drives and shit, nothing to the public for a while. But yeah, I'm excited, man. 2021, I'm hyped to get shit going. This is a great start. I'm hyped with the reaction already, so just gonna keep shit moving,
That's awesome, man. Welcome everybody in chat. We got Munher, Dark Knots, Foolish. My wife is in here. Rosie's here, so appreciate everybody stopping by. So you said this is your first song that you've ever released of yourself?
I released one other song on SoundCloud about a year and a half ago. Man, maybe, yeah, about that long, man. It's hard to time with 2020. That shit was a time warp. So,
and then you said you guys met in high school. Did you guys go to the same high school then?
Yep, yeah, in Boston.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, we've just been rapping ever since. We started off with like mainly just freestyling, and then shit progressed to writing from there. Yeah, man.
Fire. How you been, NliteN?
Bro,
It's been a while since we've talked.
You have no idea how hype I am that this moment is even happening. Like, literally, I don't know if there's like if the word. I guess it resonated when Dan was saying it, but like literally the first bars their first bars weren't even written. Like me and Dan started like freestyling. I think I freestyled like once in the car before on like my way back from like a tennis tournament. But then in high school we started freestyling, me and Dan, and we just like were like coming up with challenges. You know what I mean? Like the very beginning of all of my shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then at some point I was like, yo, I want to like come up with a name. And this was before I had a name we were rapping, you know what I mean? And so like that's 2015, maybe a little earlier, and we've never released anything together. Like not a song. Yeah, not anything. And like this is like, like every rapper who I idolize, like we were big on Joey Badass, like has a crew, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And my guy for whatever reason or not, it just like didn't click until now. But it feels like, yo, this is how you're supposed to do this shit. Like you're supposed to do it with your homie. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and but right now we're on different coasts, so it's still not like, you know what I mean, like this. But still, you know what I mean? Like this like literally puts a big smile on my face. That makes me like, yeah, this is like genuine.
That's so cool because that's like the whole second part of the tree metaphor for Talking Truth is like the people that you keep around you and like building a team based off your family and friends and shit. Because that just makes the overall product just that much better because it's that much more authentic. So, like, how does your friendship make it easier to make music for you guys?
Man, I mean, definitely like, I mean, especially with freestyling. I mean, it's funny because I was thinking about the first night we ever freestyled together, and we were ass. Like, we were so bad because I mean, we never done it before. But I mean, like, just having like the comfort with like the homie to be like, all right, I don't care if I mess up 20 times in a row, because like the homie ain't gonna care and shit. So we could just try shit. We could always try new styles, new flows. The shit he was talking about, the challenges, like that's how we got better and shit. We would just be like, all right, today we can only do like 2 bars back and forth. After 2 bars, we gotta pass it, like shit like that, or like, you know, only like 2 syllable rhymes and shit.
You can't repeat any words or like, yeah. I think freestyling and that as a combination of listening to Joey Bad, like, it's like the rap has to manifest. It makes it a lot easier to write and to spit and freestyle and do all these things if you're thinking about music like that. Not like you're not like coming up with a line. You're like feeling the beat. You're like feeling the rhythm, and you're like speaking the words from your own conscious mind to like make sure the next line manifests. You know what I mean? You're not. It's like a balance of control. You know what I mean? Like the song doesn't control what you're making, and you don't control what comes next in the song. And that was like a big realization for like how music, you know what I mean, that like attaches you to music in a way. It makes it so that like, you know what I mean, it's not separate from who you are. It's just like you play the beat, do you vibe, you know what I mean? Like do you vibe.
Definitely.
I was just gonna say too, like, I don't know that I've ever written a song that like at least 1 bar from it wasn't from a freestyle. Like that's how I write every song. It'll be like I'll freestyle for a bit and then be like, oh, okay, I fuck with that 1 bar, and then I'll write from like that 1 or 2 bars. But like rarely do I ever just sit down and be like, all right, I'm gonna write, because like that's when I hit writer's block. I just gotta like let it flow for 20-30 minutes and then be like, all right, now we're gonna like get to the writing aspect of it and shit.
I feel like whenever I've tried to start to write, like that's where like I'm sitting down to write like for an hour, and it's like, well, I'm forcing myself to do this. Like it's not really gonna be as organic as I wanted it to be, and now I just don't want to do it. So it frustrates me.
Madness. Damn, there was something I was about to say when we were having that, but I just like went on a vibe. With, no, it's not your bad. I was like, I forgot it before you even open your mouth to say anything.
What's up, Cole? Appreciate you joining in on the chat. How did you guys pick out the beat for this song? Was it is it something one of you guys made? Did you find it? How'd that go about?
Especially like towards the beginning of last year, I was just me and my one other homie from Boston. We were just freestyling on random YouTube beats, and I found the producer of this one, Batman. He just like every beat he had was like hella consistent. Every beat made me be like, ooh, like I gotta spit some bars to this. And so I was up late one night actually, and I just like heard the beat of the song, and I sent Jordan. It was like 1 a.m. my time, so what, like 10 a.m. for him. I mean 10 p.m. for him. And I just sent him like a little like goofy ass fucking 4-bar freestyle to that beat, and he got inspired. He sent me back like another 4 bars, and then it just progressed from there. No pun intended, but so yeah, YouTube, man, just off some YouTube shit.
Hell yeah. What is the most progress you think you've made in 2021 compared to last year so far, since the song is called Progress? Have you made any real advancements in this first year, or in this first like half of the month of the year?
Yeah, I mean, you know, recently I've just been on sort of my health grind. I've been working out a lot. I've been reading a lot, you know, just like shit to get my mind and body right. And that shit, I mean, that has started to, I mean, it's hard to be creative in quarantine, I'm gonna be real. Especially, like, I'm someone that feeds off of, like, the energy of other producers and rappers, so it's hard as shit to just, like, be in my apartment by myself and just, like, find some creativity. But, yeah, so I've just been on my health shit recently, mainly that. You know, now we're trying to get some more songs made and shit, trying to get back on that creative shit, just using this as a spark, really.
Yeah, I guess this song was made in quarantine. Progress at the beginning, I guess I'm on a similar wave. Me and Colette had a conversation yesterday, just talking about like how we don't really give coronavirus like the credit for like fucking up the vibe sometimes, because it feels like a cop out to be like, well, you know, it's coronavirus. Like you feel like you should be able to be productive through whatever. But like really yesterday was like the first time I had to like genuinely accept like, yeah, this is like coronavirus isn't impeding on like the natural flow of life. So right now my progress is like reading, and my progress is like learning music theory and playing the guitar. My progress is like working on like making sure that I'm like working on some kind of creative project, and then like traveling and like expanding my mind and like my connection to spirituality and nature. And then like my progress is my relationship. Like every day is making progress and is like making me a better man.
That's fire.
He's like, I feel that. I'm married.
It's funny. We had a friend over today, and he was just watching a movie with us, and my wife and I got in like a tiny little argument, and we just looked at each other, and then looked at him, and we were just like, "Yep, that's marriage," and then just went on without our fucking day, and just called it. So yeah, it's kind of funny. That's hilarious. I guess kind of keeping on a little bit with the Talkin Truth brand and the questions. The roots represent your core values and everything. So what would be a couple of your guys' core values, or maybe even a core value that you have grown over the last year that's become part of your roots now?
Yeah, well, I think the big one is my girlfriend whispering in the background. Integrity, like that's a really big one. Like really being true to what you believe is like morally correct and sound, because the world is constantly puts pressure on your own integrity, like peer pressure. Like if people are like, yeah, that girl's dress is like hideous and it means she's like a fat, you know what I mean? Like, do you have it in yourself to say what needs to be said, even if it's gonna like put you alone in a group of people who are thinking a certain way? Or like, can you represent what you believe to be true and right, like in any setting, right? Like I think that's definitely a big one.
Yeah, I would say right in line with that shit too is just like authenticity. I mean, I feel like that's like, that was the first word that came to mind when you asked about roots. I feel like that's a word I try and embody just in life, just like being authentic to myself. And like, yeah, it's the same vein of shit, just like not trying to jump on some shit, just being who you are, you know? Like, I feel like that just comes with artistry too, of course. But yeah, I mean, I would say that's a core value for sure.
Definitely. Would you say that, I mean, I guess we kind of touched on it a little bit already, but would you say that everything that you say in something that's released, I get you only have a couple things released now, but would everything that's been said, is there intent behind it? Do you have intent behind everything that you write down? Is there, like you said, it kind of manifests into the next thing. So is there intent behind everything that you say? I should ask.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a really good.
I would say I try to, for the most part. I mean, I'm not going to be out here boasting like I got hella money or some shit. Like, I ain't going to do that. Like, maybe in a freestyle just to, you know, sort of fill some space. Yeah. Definitely not in some written shit. I mean, I think Jordan and I are both in the same sort of boat where it's like, all right, we might write a verse and then edit it like 100 times and then show it to the other one and then edit it another 10. So it's like every bar, every even word in it is definitely like thought out with some intent. This one especially, of course, you know, I mean, it feels powerful. Like even when I hear it back for the 1,000th time now, I'm still like, yeah, I still get that feeling. So I would definitely say so, yeah.
Hell yeah. What's the best way for people to go about hearing it? How can they purchase it?
So right now we got it up on streaming services. We got it on Spotify and Apple Music and everything. You can search NliteN or EMCEEDOME, either one. And then we also have it up for purchase on NliteN's website. And the link to that is in either of our Instagrams. And we're actually doing something. We're going to donate all the money we make from the purchases to Climate Justice Alliance. They're doing some good work on the climate side of things and just on like community building and shit, on like local levels and shit. So we definitely try to, you know, support that shit. I think we're both very like eco-conscious people for sure. You know, we've both been big on that for a long time. So we wanted to give back in what little way we can and shit like that.
Oh yeah, is there a particular group out there in Boston that you could say like or highlight that? Are you involved with anything out there that like I don't know is eco-conscious, or is there any kind of group out there that you could shout out at all right now? Or
At the moment, I'm trying to think. I feel like the ones. I mean, this one
Like
we
you can.
you can't. Yeah, that was some high school stuff. Shout out Miss Arnold.
Yeah.
We had this teacher in high school that she started like a youth climate group.
okay,
That was kind of what got a lot of us sort of like really interested on the organizing front of things. And then it just sort of grew from there.
Yeah, that's. I guess I don't even really think about that as like I don't really think about that often, except for I think because you're on the other side of the line, I was like, yeah, youth can,
Yeah.
but that like reminds me how embedded like the environmental awareness has been in like my growth as a human being. But I think that's like I can't quite. I think the Climate Justice Alliance isn't so strictly environmental climate like recycling and like it's more so about like the system of life that we have right now, and this is the group that we're donating to. I wanted to do it like live on the chat because we had like the first batch of people who bought the songs, but then I realized it's like, I mean, I could just click send and nobody would know. Like there's no way to actually like officially show it without showing my bank account information and all that. So probably not the best way to do it, but the donation will happen during the live stream and we'll say it after. But they're doing more like the system that we live in is what they call like extraction based. So like there's these few people who have all the money and that we're all going to work for someone, or like, you know what I mean? Like the average person is going to work at a job, and these businesses are like sucking the resources out of the community and putting it into their pockets and like creating hella waste, environmental waste, like, you know what I mean? Like whatever products they're buying and their means of doing it. And they're like trying to transition by taking money out of those systems and investing them into a new system that's more like community organized. So like people who are like growing their own food and like community-based business and owning your own land and like reinvesting and doing things like that. So it's like really sick work. And the website is like climatejusticealliance.com. .net. But anyways, like there's like a 7-minute video you can watch and like learn enough to be like, whoa, these people are cool as hell. And so we're trying to like, I mean, even outside of what's going on in our homes, like when people are doing work that's like worth spreading awareness around, like I almost think it's like negligible where they're doing it. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna, like, one of the craziest things is like a lot of people don't know how to live like a community based lifestyle. Like even though like we're getting our money sucked out of us and our resources sucked out of us, we don't know how to live in a way that supports our community because we buy Home Depot. You know what I mean? Like we think of like we need something from the store and we go to CVS and we just continuously do it. Like we don't, like, not only are we gonna have to like take our own power back from people, like we have to actually live in a way that, you know what I mean, that like allows us to sustain it. Which a lot of people don't know how to do, myself included. Trying to figure that out. But yeah, I think while we were talking about it, it was important to like get into the meat and potatoes of like what it is like is actually like what it is actually going on.
That's fire. I learned a lot in just that like 5 minutes, so I appreciate the enlightenment, man. And I was just telling my wife too, you got the best name, man, because you are such an enlightening person. Like it's like it fits. It's awesome. It's on brand.
Oh my gosh.
So I guess moving up the tree, the tree analogy, the branches represent experiences that you've had. So can you guys maybe speak on an experience over COVID that has maybe helped you and changed you for the better?
Ooh, nope. I'm just kidding.
Nope. Next question.
Yeah, I think any of the times that Colette and I have traveled to see something. We went to Yosemite. We went to Sequoia National Park. We went to, you know what I mean? Like we realized like we're not really completely stuck in our homes. Like there's still places we can go and experience like life as life is. Like those experiences are great. I mean, I'm teaching tennis, and it's crazy to take someone from like talking about progress. It's crazy to take someone from like not being able to do something to being able to do something, and like all the experiences of like you learn how to do something and you reteach it to someone else, and you watch their like mind go through the stages that your mind went through. You watch their body grow in different like ways and patterns of movement is like really a wake-up call to like progress in general. So that has definitely been a crazy experience. And then I don't know, just like learning anything, like being really like taking on. All right, I'll stop my spiel here. I think the biggest thing is like taking on difficult challenges with an appetite of like, yo, I know on the other side of this, I'm about to be another type of beast, right? Versus like challenges coming into your life and you being like, fuck, this is hard, and I feel like I can't, like really having an appetite for difficult challenges. I think that mindset has been like a really big awakening.
Yeah. For me, I mean, it's been tough with COVID, obviously. I'm a huge traveler, so it's been real tough to be like stuck in Boston here and not be able to travel. That's just been tough. And I work in a hospital, so I've seen like the craziness that is COVID, like up close.
Shit.
Yeah, definitely still like always trying to learn what Jordan's saying. I would say like last year I've been like running a lot, which is like interesting because when I first started running, I could do like half a mile barely. And now I can really see like the progress. I mean, I can see myself like going faster, going further. And then the other shit is I'm big into learning languages and shit. So recently, last year or so, I've been learning Portuguese. And I already know some Spanish too. And now at work, I'm finally at a point where I can like schedule and talk to people in like enough to like make appointments for and shit for patients in Portuguese. And man, it's like, you know, that old saying where it's like, you know, it's like, I forget exactly how it goes, but it's like you speak to someone in a language they understand, and like they'll be able to understand you, and you know they'll like respect it. But you speak to them in their language, and like you'll make a connection for life right there.
Yeah.
And so that shit, like living that shit too, I'm like, whoa, like that, it's crazy. Like all these like old grandmas, and I just like say a few words in Portuguese or a few words in Spanish, and they're just like, oh, like they're like, what is this one know about this shit? And then I know enough to like, you know, conversate with them. So that shit's been really cool. But yeah, you know,
that's gonna expand your lyricism. What the?
Yo, I've tried to rap. I've tried to freestyle in Spanish. It's tough. Even tougher in Portuguese, but
man,
you know,
I've always wondered how that worked in other languages, man.
Yeah. One day I'm gonna make a track with like all three languages, one verse for each language.
That would be fire. I had to get a translator though, because I wouldn't know that.
I could serve as your translator. I got you.
Man, I took 6 years of Spanish and I can't remember shit. They just kept pushing me through though. It was bad. It was like I got through the first and second year with like C-minuses, D's and stuff, and I got to the guidance counselor and like, yeah, just go ahead, go to Spanish 3. I'm like, I don't know what they're saying though. Like by the end of my senior year, it was pretty much I couldn't read like 30-40% of the final, so I didn't even fill it out. And the teacher still ended up giving me a C on the project, or on the final and on the grade. So she didn't let me fail Spanish for my senior year, thankfully. Shout out Mrs. Dyer. She felt so bad for me. I was in the wrong class, man. The multilingual thing was not for me. Maybe if I do it right, like Rosetta Stone or something. I heard those programs are pretty good at it. How do you go about learning languages yourself?
So I mean, I just do Duolingo every day. It's a good way to like build up your vocab and like your reading comprehension, but it's not the best for like speaking, for like learning how to speak. But, I mean, there's nothing that can beat just like practicing with it. Other thing too is just like even watching like Netflix shows. Netflix has some good shows in both Spanish and Portuguese. I could definitely send you a few recommendations and shit.
Okay.
But yeah, even that shit, because then you just hear it. And I mean, I watch it with subtitles, of course, but I definitely start to pick up a little bit, you know, more each time. So that's been really cool. And just like, you know, I listen to a lot of Brazilian music.
Okay.
Started to pick up even shit like that. Like, sometimes I'll understand like 3 or 4 sentences. Like, it's hype. But yeah,
That's cool.
So
So I guess moving up the tree, the final part of the tree is the leaves, and that represents the lessons that you've taken from all the experiences. So is there a lesson you want to speak on at all, maybe, or anything that you've, I guess, learned in the last half a year or so that that you're going to be able to take with you now to help you progress even further?
Yeah, I think I kind of dropped. Wait, is it's saying my internet is unstable? Am I still here?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, cool. Yeah, no, I definitely dropped my big one is like taking on challenges. Uh, damn, that's you said the leaves are what you've learned.
Yeah, what you've learned from any given experience that you've had.
Whoa, how does that? Sorry, can I ask you a question about
Yeah.
it? How does that analogy connect? How are the leaves you're learning?
I don't know. I just some of the leaves stay there. Some of the lessons you take with you. Some of the lessons that you should have learned from those experiences end up falling away, and you don't end up taking them with you when you should have.
Hmm. I
So
was like fruit. I picture like fruit. Like if a tree is like bearing fruit, like maybe what you learn is like taking a bite out of like an apple or like you know what I mean?
yeah, yeah.
Like whatever buds.
I didn't think of a
I don't
fruit
know.
bearing tree really. I guess I just thought of I don't know. I don't know. Like the trees that are in my little oh, you can't see it on Zoom, but on the Twitch stream there's like a border around my little my face and stuff. It's like I guess I'm imagining a tree like that, just a full
Well, I see on your
oaky
shirt.
leafy tree. Oh, this is just the Talkin' Truth logo shirt.
I still got to get a hoodie.
Yeah, they're on
And
sale right now.
I just got to pay you first.
Yeah, they're just up on if you just go to the talkintruth.com, they're available up there.
Oh, I hit you. I said when you get the hoodies, send me a message.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, I didn't get any, so I don't have them. They're just up for sale. My bad. I've been fucking trying to send them to I'm trying to get them into everybody's DMs, but I might have missed you. I'm sorry, man. I'll send you a link to them as soon as this is over. But yeah, they're available now they're available for pre-order. So I'm like taking pre-orders right now, and then February 6th, I'm gonna put in the order for everybody that's placed an order for now. So they'll be shipping out next month. So that's only 2 weeks away, actually. Wow. So it's not too far.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now I'm
thinking about that leave shit, I'm gonna say like I feel like just diving into things, like that's what I've been trying to do the last year is like I feel like sometimes I'll try and pre-plan things too much and like want shit to be perfect going into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then like I seen some creator was just talking about like, he's like the first 50 you do of anything is gonna be trash. Like the first 50 songs, like songs you make, podcasts you put out, whatever, like don't have like these high expectations, just like just for the consistency's sake. And so I've been trying to be more on that shit, just being consistent and just diving into things, even if I don't feel like I have like a full grasp on them. And I've seen, some benefits from that shit, even in the last half year, I'd say, and whatnot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's like sorry, you just sparked the whole post I had around progress was about how I'm like holding on to like perfection as like this potential that I can get to, and so I'm holding on to songs and I'm holding on to like creativity and a big part of the reason the song is even coming out is because it's like, all right, it's done, get it out, right? It's like you can't make everything perfect. I don't know, it's a weird balance. I don't know if I've actually like completely learned that because I'm also reading some things that are like, you know what I mean, like quality takes time, so I guess it's like where do you end how much you can, I guess you can also ruin quality over time. All right, fuck it, I'm in a spiral. You know what I mean?
It's all good, man. I got a good question from chat. Josh asked if you guys learned any new skills that surprised you during this pandemic.
Skills that surprised us. Ooh, That's a really good question. I want to say yes because somebody asked the question. This is lit.
Can't disappoint them and shit.
Right.
No.
I
Another.
thought it was
No.
us in here. You said? Oh yeah, we're vegan now.
Nice.
My PR manager over here. She's
That's surprising.
yeah, no, that is actually surprising. I did never expect it to be vegan, but I'm also, you know what I mean, not the most disciplined vegan. So I claim that.
Vegan most nights of the week.
Yeah, yeah, but really though, that's like a health thing. That's a big health thing. Really make you feel good and have a lot of energy.
Yeah, I've been trying to get my eating more healthy. I would say I've been trying to meditate more in the last year, which is tough for me because sometimes it's like I feel like it's hard to be silent sometimes. Like even like get my head silent, you know what I mean? Like there's always like a million things, so it's just like trying to be like have no thoughts almost. That's been interesting to do. And then on a completely different note, I've been trying to get into investing recently.
Okay.
I'm like kind of surprised at how much I enjoy it because like I didn't really think like I was never big into like finance or anything like that. And then I'm just kind of like, yo, this is mad interesting to like look at new companies that are coming up and like read about that shit. And just like I'm just trying to set myself up for the future so that hopefully one day I don't gotta have no job. I can just live off that shit. And just focus on some art and live off some investments for a little bit.
Teach me, bro.
Class is coming soon, bro.
My buddy that was over today basically just, I mean, very, very vaguely introduced me to the cryptocurrency thing, and my interest is very piqued. So I'm gonna be doing some YouTubing for sure and seeing if there's any way I can get involved in it because it sounds interesting. So,
have you read about those dudes that like? Dudes that have like mad bitcoins and they lost the passwords to it.
There's that dude that's got like 2 attempts left now that's worth like 250 mil or some shit. That's fucking wild.
Could you imagine the stress that man has right
now?
No,
I can't. I don't even want to try to imagine that stress. Fuck that.
Practice non-attachment.
Next level.
That's, yeah.
250 million.
That's so much money to just like maybe not have. But maybe have to.
Something like his first pet's name or something like he just forgot.
Dude, yeah, like I don't know. There's only like 5 or 6 passwords I feel like I've ever used in my life. I don't know. Like how do you? Yeah, that's an interesting situation.
I can shoot
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh man. What does hip hop mean to you guys in particular?
Man, hip hop is life.
What does hip hop mean to us?
It's funny because I was trying to think about like artists over the years that have influenced me the most. I don't know. I figured you might ask something like that. So I have like an older brother that's 10 years older than me. So when I was real young, he was already like on that rap game. So he got me hip to like Nas, like real young and shit like that. My favorite from the early days is probably Big L. I take a lot of inspiration from Big L. And then what Jordan was saying, like more recently, like Joey Badass, Mick Jenkins. Of course, that's the wave. I mean, the lyricism, of course, is what I think also like me and NliteN here connected over just like lyrical rapping. That was what always drew us to want to do this shit, right? It's like storytelling, but through a more artistic sort of lens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I get my intro to hip hop is like Miles Davis. That's like my middle name is Miles after Miles Davis from my dad and my mom. And it's a totally like jazz blues oriented version of hip hop. Miles Davis was also like crazy. And so I guess like I didn't always know that much about him. I found out my grandmother was like hated Miles Davis and my dad loved Miles Davis. So it's like listening on the down low. And so I got all that like,
finals.
Yeah, I've got all that embedded into like my DNA. I'm definitely like, especially in recent weeks and months, have been more like listening towards like the instrumental values that make hip hop, not even necessarily like lyrically. I think I like lyrically got into hip hop with like J. Cole and like Joey Badass. I think something about like the currency did it for me. I've always like felt like my hip hop history needs like work. Like I need to actually study like the Nas's and the like, you know what I mean? And like the predecessors more than I can probably ever even catch up, because my mind takes me through like the hip hop sonic studyings as well. You know what I mean? It's like it's not just about like any individual person. It's like a whole culture. Like hip hop definitely has brought me friendship. Hip hop has definitely brought me like love. You know what I mean? Opportunity. Like it's like cross barriers and connected like different racial colors and like creeds and ages, and you know what I mean? It's like it's like a unifying force. And I kind of see myself as a unifying force. Like I like to bring together different types of people, and introduce people to people who are different. So like hip hop has immense value to me. That's a really good question.
Yeah. Also, if we're just talking about artists, I can't not shout out the GOAT. And for me, that's Jimmy. I got my friend Jimmy being repped right here. Got the classic fucking him lighting the fucking guitar on fire. Yeah, man, that was my earliest just musical inspiration, period.
Hell yeah.
And just like his like sort of craziness is what even I think gave me the confidence at a younger age to even like think that I could dive into music myself, for sure.
That's cool.
That's awesome. Anybody outside of rap that you would say are musical influences other than like Jimi Hendrix? And even for you, Jordan, anybody else outside of hip hop? Good question from YouTube and Bethany. Thank you.
Yeah, go ahead, Jordy.
Wait, you're saying are there any
non-hip hop artists?
Oh, non-hip
musical influences outside of rap.
Well, Dan hit it with the. Well, I guess Jimi Hendrix is one. Yeah, I've been listening to freaking blues and I mean, Colette's exposing me to like freaking Saharan rock music.
Okay.
This song, My Baby by Little Walter, that is fire. I'm like, he's like talking about he's like, my baby don't stand no cheating, my baby. And it's like, it hits. Like, what the fuck? So I've definitely been branching. I mean, you mean you are what you eat. So if you just listen to like top 20 hip hop, then you know what I mean.
Never
like,
that.
You don't really eating fast food these days.
Yeah.
You don't see the real shit. It's funny you mentioned blues, Jordan, because I've been bumping a lot of Otis Rush recently. My dad definitely like sort of instilled that old like blues sound in me. He's always trying to show me some like random blues artists that ain't no one ever heard of, but they're fire anyway. So I definitely have that respect for just like the more unknown artists. But yeah, my music taste goes all over too. Flume, I gotta say Flume is a big influence for me. That man is all over the place. Yeah, man, it's just like different cultures music too. Of course, like I said, I listen to a lot of Brazilian shit, a lot of Spanish shit. Shout out Selection. They give me a lot of music. I don't know if y'all hit to them.
Sure.
I just find shit from all over with them. So
that's awesome. How do you? Oh shit! I just had it in my head. Now it's gone. Okay. It's just okay. Here's something I can talk about. Actually, it's just crazy that the song is called Progress, and we were talking about it a little bit even in the chat. Just like touching on how much progress we have made over the last year and everything, and progress is one of the reasons that I started the platform. Like progress, I wholeheartely believe that if people listen to the music that I listen to, like the world would be a better place. Like so, it's just fire that you put out a song that's all about that, basically making progress and learning from shit, because that's like what the whole platform is based on. So. Can you maybe speak on something that I guess hip hop taught you? Maybe a lesson that you've taken from hip hop.
That's not the question I thought you were gonna ask after that lead up.
It's not either. I didn't have anywhere to go with that really. I just kind of started talking and ended up with that question.
When you were talking, it made me think of. I'm just gonna answer a question that you didn't ask, if you don't mind.
For sure.
It made me think about how like progress is so like, it's so like everyone is dealing with some version of progress in their life as they go from like being a kid to being an adult, whether they're like progressing in their mind, in their nature, lifestyle habits, you know what I mean? Like it's all like a series of choices that is like inevitably progress. So it's like totally relatable. We're gonna start this challenge called the Life of Progress Challenge, which is basically like everyone being able to share some action of their progress on like social media with the hashtag Life of Progress Challenge. And I was realizing, because really all it takes is like a deep dive into your phone to like go back some time and like look at yourself under some certain kind of light. Because for some it could be like creative progress, like my songwriting has gotten better, you know what I mean? Or it could be like I lost weight. That's like a really physically obvious one for a lot of people. But like even you were like, I was like, so what's the link for the Twitch podcast? And you were like, oh yeah, it's easy now. You just go on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch and search Talkin Truth. He was like, I've updated my game since last time we talked. And I was like, progress. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like it's there for everybody to get out and share. And so I feel like that was easy to kind of touch on just from how you were talking there for a second.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Did I miss anything?
I don't think so.
You didn't answer the question, but it's okay.
I don't even remember the question, honestly.
You said, what does hip hop taught you?
Okay.
Hip hop taught me to.
It's funny because so the hook for progress was actually the part of it that came from a freestyle. So I sent that shit in a freestyle to Jordan, and then I was like, all right, let's go off of this. Like, let's have this be the progress. And at the time, the ironic thing was I was thinking of like progress in my own life mainly from an artistic perspective, and mainly from the fact that like I was starting to sort of rap more hooks. I would just have bars in the past, but it was like harder to put together whole songs. Because I mean, I think that comes from sort of the freestyling thing where we were just like freestyling bars. It was never like in a song format.
Mm-hmm.
So towards the beginning of last year, I started, when I was freestyling with one of my other homies, I would notice I just started like making more hooks off the top of my head. And I was like, whoa, like that's like sort of what hip hop taught me too. Just like, you know, picking up sort of like what your weaknesses maybe are, picking up that from the strengths that other people have, the other artists and producers and shit I've just been around in the last years. And so that sort of grew, and then that became the hook. And then we wrote the whole song off of just having that hook, really. The verses came after the hook. So
yeah.
Okay.
We grew from there.
I'm going to ask a question that I ask almost everybody. What does success mean to you guys?
Yeah, that's a good one. I think success is not having to be reliant on other people. I mean, so I think self-sufficiency is a big one for sure. Having the freedom to, I saw this the other day written somewhere. I think it was actually another artist that said it, but it really hit me, was like having the freedom to say no to shit. So like if someone was going to offer you a job or something, even just like a project, and you didn't fuck with it, but like you have the like financial stability or just like the creative stability to be like, no, like I don't need to do that. And that is a fucking huge one for me to just be able to say, no, I don't fuck with it. Like, so yeah, definitely also just being able to travel. I mean, like I said, I love to travel. So, you know, if I could travel freely and not have to sort of confine myself to a time schedule, like that would be ultimate success for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah. That's like, what does success mean to you? I figure I am successful. Like, I don't know. I think maybe success is just being like content where you're at. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's always like unfolding, and you're always like making more and more decisions. Success is like, at what point are you content with yourself? You know what I mean? Yeah. You know? Yeah. It's
I got a question for you, Talking Truth here. Did you have a point with Talking Truth that you felt like, like you had like some measurable success when this happened or something?
I used to think it was a Mick Jenkins interview, and then that happened, and I was like, all right, well, that just felt like it was just like a regular everyday thing.
Yeah.
So, I think like my ultimate like success would be throwing a lyrical lemonade style festival in Chicago where I have all of the artists that I look up to and appreciate all in one space and have them perform for people and just me be able to say thank you like to them in person, like have them in one spot. And yeah, I want to have like some kind of Talking Truth day where we have everybody in one spot. So I mean, I don't think that is the like that won't make me successful. I think I am succeeding in doing what I enjoy. So I don't know. That's something I definitely want to accomplish. But yeah, I used to think it was the Mick Jenkins interview. Oh man, that's it, man. That's what I'm gonna break and
just shut it down.
after like 3 or 4 interviews after Mick Jenkins, I was like, man, I that's when I realized like I just gotta do shit for myself and just I'm doing this for me. Like it's not for anybody else. Like I just enjoy having conversations with people about music. So like the people that enjoy hearing that will eventually come if it's there, and if it's not, then fuck it. I'm still gonna be talking about music. So, I don't know. I think that's definitely some progress that I've made over the last year. I think I held myself to way higher of a standard than I needed to, and expected way too much of myself. I think expectations are like kind of a bitch sometimes, man. They fucking ruin so many things. Like.
Yeah.
I tried. There's who was it? There's I was at my wedding, and the wedding photographer, was like, he showed me one of the pictures that he took, and it was good, and I was like, oh man, that's dope, and he was like, what did you think? I was gonna be some kind of like bozo, and I'm just like, honestly, man, like, I didn't expect anything. Like, I don't. You have to go into any situation like with no expectations, because then you can't be disappointed. He looked at me, he was like a fucking light went off in his head, bro. He never thought of that in his whole life. He's like, holy shit, that makes sense. Like, oh my, okay, I just won't set myself up to be disappointed. And like, okay, so there we go. So yeah, just expectations are, man, that shit's crazy.
Colette continuously puts me on to the expectations mentality. We're like, all right, let's go. We're about to watch this movie. It's about to be lit. And she's like, no expectations. We like watch the movie and we're like, this shit is not blowing my mind.
I don't like long trailers.
Yeah. She said that's why I don't like long trailers.
Man, there's certain movies though you can tell like you've seen the whole movie just from the trailer. And it's like, all right, well, thanks for that 5 minutes. That's funny. I got a question from Dark Knots on Twitch. How do you guys spread your art every day? Is there like a particular way that you like to go about trying to spread your art?
That's a Dan question. He's got a whole Instagram. What's it called?
I got a whole separate Insta page that's just for my. It's called Spread Art Every Day, so I think that's why they're asking that specifically. But for like all the graffiti pics I have from around the world, because I have so many and I've only shared like 20. So I'm definitely trying to get more back to the like everyday part of it, because that shit is the hardest part. Like the consistency side of things right there is definitely the hardest part. But I've done better in 2021 already than I have in like the last year. So, that's a good start there. I mean, man, even just as simple as like sending songs I really fuck with to people that I think it will resonate with.
Okay.
Like I'm a big fan of like, sort of like explaining thoughts through certain songs, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, I like a lot of my closest friends I connect to over music, right? Like that's the biggest connection for a lot of my good friends. So even just shit like that, that's about it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I definitely don't spread art every day. That's like really would be phenomenal, but I don't even have time to make art every day. I guess not my own. I definitely am like sharing and reposting guess Instagram stories. I guess it might like that's
That
art. Like,
counts. Yeah.
yeah, I
You're
guess
still
that's like
you're sharing other people's art and other people's yeah, what you fuck with. I mean, even if you're not creating it, it's still like part of your space and like something that has influenced you. So I feel like
so.
that counts.
Yeah, in this book I'm reading, that like art is kind of defined as like anything that is like human. It's like human nurtured. So
Hmm.
there's like what you're born with, and like anything that you're like making on top of that, or that you're like working or applying life to, your presence. You know what I mean? Anytime you have a conversation, you're spreading art. You're like nurturing people's minds with your own mind and your own ideas.
Yeah.
If you're like taking it, I don't know. I'm not trying to get too heady with it, but like, I think it's like, I don't know. That's a really cool question, because I figure whoever asked it figures that we're spreading art every day. So if that's coming from a true place, then you know what I mean. Probably hard to say.
I think I was just gonna say, to add on to that. So I think part of it is like expanding. I like what you said about art is anything that's nurtured. I think a big part of it is just like expanding your definition of art. Like too many people think of art as just the shit that you see hanging on a wall in a museum.
True.
And like maybe songs if you even stretch it there. But it's like, yeah, art could be literally fucking anything you want it to be. Like that's the beauty of it. I mean, this podcast is art. I mean, you know, this channel is art. Anything like that. So yeah.
Cool. What do you guys? Is there anything that you could say is something you're really trying to accomplish over the next year here? Like, what's something that you're trying to maybe break down a barrier, or something that like a personal goal that you're trying to achieve for yourself?
Definitely want to finish the next album. Like that's something that I'm wrestling with, like patience and habitual creativity. You know what I mean? Trying to like make sure I'm sit my butt down and write. But I've always been like a creative that works with like different workflows. Like sometimes I'll start with like a sample, sometimes I'll start with like a lyric, or sometimes start with an idea. But I've going back to like my original form of creating, just writing in a notebook. I mean, not my original, but like my original form of like getting my stories out is like writing in a notebook, and they're coming out way more raw that way. So I figure by the end of the year I can finish another album. But it's been since 2017 that I've dropped Infinite. So I'm like always applying pressure on myself, like, God damn, why aren't you being creative? But then I also want to like chart with it. So I've like found a way to be able to like turn album sales into like a chart position, like so that like it's getting recognized by blah blah blah, because I feel like that's a great way to continue to spread my voice. I'm trying to be creative on like the marketing end of things, because I want people to hear the music that I'm spending so much time making. I'm not overly offended when a song kind of like, you know, but I'm like, I definitely want to like continue to try and like build methods to be heard. So all of what it takes to accomplish those goals, that's kind of where my head is at. But I just have to keep continuing to like take steps in those directions. It's not always the easiest.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely just trying to build up my consistency, like I said, on all fronts. I mean, like I said, it's been starting with just like even like working out, but that's carrying over to like, oh, now I'm like actually like posting more art like daily. So just that consistency side of things is a big thing of my goal for this year. And then also trying to get my production game up. I'd be having a lot of beats in my head, and I'm like, man, I wish I could translate this to fucking a beat. And it's funny because in throughout all of college, I lived with the super dope producer. Shout out Leo Dia, and man, like, you know, I would be going up to him and I would just like explain ideas, but it would just be me like, you know, beatboxing a beat, kind of being like, all right, can you make this? And he was so good, and we were on the same wavelength that sometimes he could, and sometimes he was like, what the fuck are you talking about? So, you know, definitely just trying to like put those ideas in my head down onto paper, onto computer, whatever it is. You know, just get it out there and then go from there, rather than trying to like have the perfect sort of plan ahead of time and then execute it. It's like, nah, just have a plan, execute it, and then perfect it from there.
What are your goals, Nate? What do you got?
Man, I want to get better at photography, honestly. I feel like I want to incorporate like pictures of trees somehow. I don't know. I want to get better with my my photography for sure. I got 2 cameras now. Stock Marley, the guy that has been so gracious to take me on his video team, invested in me and Talkin Truth and himself as well, and we got a couple of cameras. The first one we got was my wedding day. I woke up on my wedding day and he's like, "Hey, here, we got a camera. You wanna should we pull the trigger?" And then we bought a camera on my wedding day, and then like 2 weeks after that we bought a video camera together. So I want to really learn how to use those things this year and try to make some money off of them, because I've been unemployed for year and a half now. It's getting bad. The last Cubs game that I worked was September of 2019. So I've been unemployed since then, because COVID came back and the baseball season was supposed to start, and that never happened. So
you kind of look like JMP.
Who?
He's like this video producer who he was based out of LA, but I think he's from Boston. My sister knew him growing up. My brother knew him growing up, but he was like real tight with like XXXTentacion, and he shot for like literally everybody.
Okay.
Like in the industry, but you guys have similar facial features. You said that, you're like, yeah, I could see you behind a camera, because I've seen this man like do ads for like freaking Nike and like like your face.
That's funny. Hello.
Hello.
Rosie says hello. She's being gracious enough to go downstairs and grab my packages for me. I had a couple pieces of merch get delivered today, and I don't want them. We got package thieves in the building, so I just want to make sure they're secured and not stolen. So shout out Rosie for going to get the packages. Another question that I ask everybody that comes on here: what does truth mean to you guys? And I know NliteN's answered this one before, and I really like to see how everybody's answers change. And then this is your first time on, Dan. So, truth, what does it mean to you guys?
Yeah, I'll start it off. So it's funny because I've seen a few of your interviews, so I knew this question was coming. And so I was thinking about it for like the last week, right? And I was like, man, what does it mean to me? And it's funny because it actually hit me at like fucking like 6 a.m. one morning. Like I woke up and I was like still half asleep, and I was like, I wasn't even awake enough to wake up and like write it in my phone. I just sort of tried to like commit it to memory, and then like a couple hours later I woke up and was like, all right, I think I remember the gist of it. But basically what I thought was like truth is equally balanced. So it's like and it's so hard to find these days, because it's like every little fact is so disputed, right? Even the smallest things, people want to argue to death. Yep. And it's like every even like fact that you're presented with, it's like it's got a little bit of bias injected into it, right? It's got a little bit of spin on it to some way. So it's like real truth is just like equally balanced. You know, it has some good, it has some bad. It might hit you in a good way, it might hit you in a bad way, but like it just rides that middle line. And that's something that we all really need a little bit of, you know, to get through these times. Because let's be real, there's a lot of fucking not truth out there. There's a lot of lies out there trying to trick you and shit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That honestly, that your statement inspired a thought. I'm like, the same book that I'm reading was talking about like exaggeration. And how we like all kind of exaggerate like something, but exaggeration is so like useless, because people who can tell that you're exaggerating, or people who like sense it, can then look into whether what you're saying is true or not. And then if it's not true, it lowers your value as a human being, and it lowers your ability to do like in whatever the action is. So if you're like, I'm the best rapper alive, and then they like break down your lyrics, you know what I mean? And then they like break down Kanye's lyrics, and they break down Eminem's lyrics, and they're like, no, Eminem's the best rapper alive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, this guy doesn't actually understand the world that's happening around him. I think truth is like speaking with integrity in a way that makes the reality. It like there's balance. Like it balances the reality in your mind with the reality of the world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? So it's like when you know you're about to exaggerate, staying on like the actual path, not adding any extra frosting or cherries on top. Like that is the truth, and it's like verifiable.
That's fire.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm like putting some good information in my brain right now.
Putting some in mine too. That's. I mean, I'm definitely gonna try to be more conscious about like hearing that and like. I mean, shit. That's just what a great bit of information there, man. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank Baltazar.
Oh shit! We got a bunch of gifted subs from Dark Notch. Thank you so much, man. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like 5 of them, I'm pretty sure. Thank you. That's 5 subs to the channel. I'll definitely be able to cash out now. Hey, I'm gonna make my first money off the Talkin' Trut stream this month now. Let's go! Oh man, that's crazy.
Made on this video call right now.
Hey, shout out Steven. That's Steven.
Yeah.
Shout out Steven Zulali, and he also bought the song. So that man is like really in our corner.
Bro, that man's been a day one supporter, and he doesn't even know that the first place we ever freestyled was at his house.
Really, yep.
Man, maybe he does know
awesome.
that.
Yeah, he knows now.
He does now, yeah.
Steve is his name, you said?
Steven, yeah.
Thank you, Steven. I appreciate that so much, man. That means a lot. That's awesome. Shit. Anything else you guys want to touch on, or any last comments you guys have? I don't have any other questions. I didn't have any questions lined up to begin with. Honestly, it was all off the cuff. Just dope conversation, in my opinion. I love talking to you guys. This has been a dope night.
Yeah, I feel like the next layer of it is, after COVID is done, like doing in-person interviews. Like,
I do want to do like a 60-second. I want to either call it like Know Your Roots or something like that, where it's just like a very, very condensed version of an interview, like a 60-second thing I can just put up on Instagram, and you get to know Mick Jenkins real quick, you get to know Stock Marley real quick, you get to know NliteN real quick, you get to know EMCEEDOME real quick, just
lightning round.
Yeah, lightning round to just a couple pieces of information that also kind of like apply to the brand, so you can like get an intro to the brand and that artist at the same time, kind of like the interviews, but just a very small version of it.
Great. Yeah, I think the last thing, and I guess what we're gonna start plotting next is that challenge. So at some point in the future, we're gonna get you to put together some kind of something for the life of progress challenge.
Oh yeah.
Just so we can keep. I mean, I think Dan said it best. I again don't want to over talk, but it's like in a negative year, it's good to shine light on like your own life in a positive way. It's like look back at what happened in this like disaster of a year and be like, oh wait, but I still did this, right? Oh, and then homie still did this, right? And things are still on their way towards like where we all idealize the world.
Yeah.
So I think it's an important challenge, and God knows how we're gonna get everybody to participate, but we're just gonna be firm. We're just gonna be firm on it and live with the result. Keep creating.
Hell yeah. I'll be sure to help you spread it for sure.
Yeah. The shit about the challenge too, we were saying was like, I think a lot of times people think progress has to be like a super tangible or a super visual thing. And we wanted to sort of open it up to even more than that. Like, man, if you in the last year just started drinking water more every day, like that's fucking progress right there. Like no one else is going to see that but you, but like even a little thing like that, like nothing is too small, nothing is too big, like anything can be progress. So we're really trying to focus on that side of it. Cause yeah, I think, we all need a little more positivity these days.
That's got me thinking we should do like I kind of want to put together like a little video now for that, like a whole. Oh man, we got to have another chat outside of the stream here about that, because damn, I got so many ideas running through my head right now. Oh my god.
And definitely the hashtag is a hashtag Life of Progress Challenge. And right now, we spent a lot of time yesterday trying to find the right hashtag. So this one has 0. Well, Jordan has 1. So we got 1 hashtag with it. So we can really like track sort of the life of
That's
this
awesome.
Because there's no other posts with it. So we really going to build up from the ground up, and it's going up for sure.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to see as many people in on that, and just keep growing it.
That inspire one last thought is like the like mentality of like negativity, or the mentality of like just kind of going with however things are and feeling like you can't really change anything. Someone was like, yo, I saw your like their search feed, Instagram, the explore page. They're like, it's all like pop culture, twerking. And then the other day I saw your head doing like one of your soap bar freestyles, and it would just like made my day. And I was like, yeah, we can like, if the challenge does pick up enough steam, we can really like change that kind of like, you know what I mean? That kind of like negative energy. We can actually be that, which is pretty tight and a cool opportunity. All right, now I'm done.
Hey, never be apologetic about speaking like too long on this show. That's what it's for, speaking your truth. So
except for lightning.
Everybody's here to listen. So well, shit, man. I really appreciate you guys coming on. I'll be sure to promote the song and the link to buy it and stuff after we get off of here. And if there's anything you guys ever need, just let me know. If you ever want to come back on, preview some music for some people or whatever. We got live previews that we've done before, and you get feedback from the chat. So
we're coming to Chicago, bro.
Yeah, definitely. We all got
on
one time zone finally.
I was in Boston last couple years ago for a wedding, but man, it's been hard to travel.
Freaking impossible.
All right, guys. Well, shit. Take it easy.
Right, bro. It's been super real. Thank you for having us on.
Likewise. Appreciate you guys so much. We'll keep in touch in the messages after this, but hope you guys have a good night, and we'll talk to you next time. Take it easy.
Take it easy.
Peace out, man.
Hey, that was NliteN and EMCEEDOME. That was fire. That was a great conversation. Always love having NliteN on, and it was great to have Dan on for the first time. Jordan is NliteN. Dan is EMCEEDOME. For those of you who may not know or may have just joined, oh my God, I am so excited right now, dude. I just got all the notifications about all my packages being delivered. Rosie just brought me my packages. Let's open one of these bitches up on stream. I got the fucking vinyl in the mail. Oh my God, I'm so excited right now. Wait, there's 3 packages? Oh my God. Let's go. We got the shirt from Twitter. We got the Smino.
There was 4 packages.
There was 4? What did you get?
This is from my mom.
Huh? That's from your mom? For us? Okay. Let's see. I gotta put these back on. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited right now, dude. Ooh, we got new vinyl in the mail. This shit limited edition, 1 of 400. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. It's got the, oh man. It's got the Alchemist. It's got the Alchemist tape on it. Ooh, thank you for going to get this. So excited right now.
What is it?
This is the, well, I don't want to, It's the Alfredo.
Oh.
The limited edition Freddie Gibbs vinyl. Oh, let's go. Oh my God. The bone vinyl, only 400 made. I gotta open this thing up now. Oh my gosh. This is so exciting. Oh, this thing about to be fresh as hell. But I got the comic book to go with this thing. Album of the year. Oh, this thing is tight. I gotta save the plastic so I can get that bone vinyl sticker off there because they got the sticker for the bone vinyl. Oh my God. Oh, this thing is so clean. Oh, the insert too is fucking fresh as hell. It's Alfredo pasta, bro. That's what's holding the vinyl. And then you got, oh my god, the bone white vinyl. Oh, that is so fucking clean. Oh my god, look at that thing. It's got the little menu on there with the fucking songs. Oh my god. Oh, that is the cleanest vinyl that I own. Look at this thing. Yeah, it's bone white. Oh, look at the insert. It's Alfredo. That is so fire. Oh my god, I can't wait to get this thing on the turntable, bro. Oh my god. 1 of 400. 1 of 400 right there, baby. Oh, that is sick. Let's go. So excited to get that one. I gotta put it in this way. Fuck it. I don't want it popping out. Oh, man. Oh, that's a prized possession right there. Album of the year from last year. Win him a Grammy. Man, that is... Oh, that's so clean. That's so clean. I am excited, bro. I've been waiting for that thing for a minute. And, bro, it sold out in under 30 seconds. I don't know how I got one. That shit is crazy. Oh, my God. Like, this is the nicest... Oh, my gosh. It's so nice. I gotta get this shit in the plastic ASAP. Oh, it's so clean. It's so clean. All right. Let's open up the next one. We got the Smino hoodie. My first silk pillow. Let's go. The blue swan. You got the black swan sticker, of course. Black Swan Records. You got the nice ass Zero Fatigue bag. Hell yeah. Let's go. Oh man, this is clean as hell. Oh, it's so soft. Oh, it's so soft. Oh, it's so soft. Oh.
What color is it?
Zero Fatigue is blue. They say it's blue. It looks kind of... I can't tell in the... I should probably just turn on the... I gotta turn the color of the lights on the desk back to... I can't even see. It's all green. Desk. We gotta turn the white lights on here. Oh yeah, that's a blue. That's blue.
Oh, it's
Ooh,
so cool.
hell
That's
yeah.
such a different color. It's
Yeah,
like a
because I got the
gray.
purple. So I got the purple pants or the purple shorts on, right? Purple and like a bluish grayish. And then, oh my gosh, look at the, whoo! Look at the detail on this thing. There's a, oh my gosh, it's a silk in this, it's silk inside. Oh my god, I'm so excited right now. Give it a hold. Oh my goodness, that thing is beautiful. Oh man, I gotta look at this Alfredo vinyl in the light now too. Oh my god. Look how white that is. I'm such a fucking nerd. Oh my god. It's so soft. Let me get that thing real quick. Yeah. Put it on. See how soft it is. Oh, look at the tag too. Look at the Zero Fatigue tag on there. That's so nice. Oh my gosh. Oh shit. But oh my lord, that's just different. That's different. There's silk in the hood. That's different. Oh, the first silk pillow.
You look like a comfy boy.
Oh, I'm comfy as hell. I'm all in all in the silky gear. Oh my gosh. Fire, fire. Ordered that one back in December.
In here it's
Oh my god! You're right in here. Oh, there's silk in the freaking thing in here too. Oh, let's go. It's so comfy. Oh, my ears are just like... You got to try it on, Rosie. You got to. Oh my gosh, it's so comfortable. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Oh man, that's different. Nate talking truth. Yo, shout out Dead Couch, the homie on Twitter. He's an artist I have followed on Twitter for a really long time. Back in my days of coing and trading and running Twitter accounts. He used to own a couple, right? That's fucking really comfortable. He used to own a couple big Twitter accounts and stuff back in the coing days. And knew Ian, and I got a shirt from him. Super excited. It was one of his original drops and releases. Oh, hell yeah. He gave me a piece of glasswork, too.
That's so cool.
Oh, that's fire. Shout out Dead Couch, bro. Go check his shit out. Let me show you what, I'll just show you the sticker so you can go check out his Instagram, too, real quick. Dead Couch. Go check him out. Instagram, Twitter. I don't know if he's on Instagram, actually. Twitter is where I found him. Go follow him on Twitter ASAP. Really, really awesome guy. Does some really cool art. This is cool as fuck. What a dope guy. And then, let's see, we got this shirt here too. This is fire, and it's, oh man, this is so cool. It's from his original drop. It says Home at Last on there.
That's so cute.
It's long sleeve. It's got a coffin on there, and it says Home at Last. This is so freaking tight, dude.
That is cool.
Oh man, I'm so happy to have this is one from his like one of his original drops. So like one of the first shirts that he ever put out. That's so cool. I've been following him for 5, 6 years, 7 years now, and then he sent me this little piece of glasswork here too. This is fire. Look at that, like a little necklace. That is so cool.
Reminds me of dinosaur.
It does. Like the back of a dinosaur. Yeah. That's so... Oh my god, it's so detailed. Look at it. That's really cool. Well, shit. I'm pretty much done with the stream. I opened up all my packages. Interview's over. Hope everybody enjoyed the content. Hope everybody continues to enjoy the content. Come back for more hip-hop interviews. Yeah. I don't know what else to say. I'm going to end the stream like that. Take it easy, guys. Have a good night. Thanks for stopping by. And shout out to Steven. I guess I'm not in the stream like that. Because shout out to Steven for gifting those subs, man. That's huge. I'm going to be able to cash out at the end of the month now. My guy. Thank you so much, Steven. Appreciate you coming by, Foolish.